baby. I'm just, you know.
We back, man.
Got that chip, that little bonus money from the chip. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so you back already? You back from Milwaukee already, huh?
Yeah, a little quick. You know what I mean? A few hours, go out there. You know what I mean? Holler at my folks, celebrate with my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, respectable.
Went to Chick-fil-A with my man Giannis. You know what I'm saying? We ordered a 50-piece since you know what I'm saying. We dropped the 50-piece, so it was only right.
Nothing but respect for Giannis on this show, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got when you wrong, you wrong.
Yeah.
You had your day in the sun yesterday. But
yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, first off, my man Dave, you know, he wasn't able to join the show yesterday, man. So welcome Dave.
And up top.
I was playing that yesterday. We are the champions, you know what I mean? So welcome. Congrats, Dave. Bucks and 6.
That boy got that half lemonade, half Sprite, no ice.
Hey,
so that might have to be the mixture when I'm trying to get back.
Bruh, you know what? You know, it's crazy when I heard that because I get that. I get half lemonade. That's word on my. That's word. I get half.
Your mic just got staticky. So you might see
what it sound
bullshit. Like. That mic picking up that bullshit.
Nah, that's word. That's word. I get half lemonade, half Sprite, and I get a half high C, half Sprite.
I'm a half high. I used to be a half high C, half lemonade guy. Definitely used to mix those. I never did the lemonade Sprite though.
Yo, I promise you, bro.
You probably drink tonic. You probably drink soda tonics and shit like that.
Nah, I don't do that. Don't do that.
You'll order vodka water, some shit like that.
Nah, I don't drink vodka no more.
But nah, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to go try that mixture. I used to do the Hawaiian Punch lemonade, Arnold Palmer. They call them something else. Chick-fil-A down. Sunshine or some shit they call them down here.
Yeah, I'll stick with half and half.
You do sweet tea or regular or unsweet tea when you do the half and half?
Sweet tea. Come on now. Don't try me, bro. It's sweet tea all day.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you make healthier choices as you get older. I tried to switch it up before.
Not with the half and half. You can't.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. But welcome back. This is not the championship episode. This is we moved on. We're on the football season now. July 22nd. Welcome back to the Man to Man Pod. Back-to-back days. We just had to let you know AB celebrate yesterday. You know his squad, but now we're on the football season, man. I know you're excited about football season.
I'm very excited for football season, but we not totally there yet. You know, we definitely got some teams reporting to camp. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say Monday show. We totally over, you know what I'm saying? NBA. I'll give you that. But today, we'll dibble and dabble, baby.
We dribbling it though. We still what is there? It ain't nothing else. Oh my God, come on, man. They on here debating the Space Jam and LeBron and that movie still, man. They gotta come on, we gotta.
I mean, it's slow. Basketball season. Well, basketball season is over, so they gotta talk about something.
I feel you. We announcing on Monday the new winner, man. What else we got going on though, man? In sports, right. We got Dion a couple of days ago. He walked out of the press conference that he was in with the SWAT.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna definitely get into that. I want to get your thoughts on that situation. Nick Saban speaking and saying that Bryce Young, his potential starting quarterback, is approaching $1 million in endorsements. Heard that out of Nick Saban's mouth. We got A-Rod turning down the deal to be the highest paid player in the league, which we knew, I think he's made it clear it's not about money in that situation. What else we got going on, man?
Like you said, we got some. Yeah, the Cowboys, they reported.
Cowboys on Hard Knocks this year. Can't forget that.
Hard Knocks, right? Cam Akers tearing his Achilles, man. Definitely going to be a big. It's going to be a big loss for the Rams. Shout out to Fred Warner, man, signing the deal, and obviously, just talks about one of our coach, man, Darius Leonard. He's gonna be up for a big payday.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, we got a lot to touch on, man. A lot to touch on. The women's soccer, man, they lost their first one. I think they first Olympic loss since 2019. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll tap into it.
We'll work our way around. And before we even tap in with football season being here, my AB still want to talk about other shit. I'm on the football season. I'm a big baseball guy now too, but I'm on the football season. But y'all make sure you sign up for Underdog Fantasy. Use that code, man. Get your free $25 after your first deposit. Mm-hmm. I know it's definitely made the games more fun to watch. Even baseball games, it makes it more fun to watch. But so tap into that, get a chance to get into our fantasy league, get your ass whooped. It will be ultra competitive. But yeah, man, what we want to jump off with, man?
Man, $1 million, man, the endorsements, man. Like you said, this potential starting quarterback, Nick Saban, coming out saying that almost to 7 figures.
He's not even named the starter yet,
and that's the wild thing about it. You think it's a little bit of cat with Nick Saban, or do you think that's a real possibility?
I 1000% think it's a real possibility. We were talking about expansion teams the other day, and what states will be good for expansion teams. Obviously, the South football is huge down here, and Alabama is basically their pro team. And, being the most successful college football program in recent history, at least, I could definitely see a starting quarterback. He was a big time, I want to say probably one of the top recruits in the nation coming out of high school. And now that he's potentially starting quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide, I mean, that's very believable that he could be approaching $1 million. And it could be some of them boosters, some of their companies that what I mean?
And that's what I was thinking, car companies or whatever the case may be. Like you said, the boosters that's supporting the program. So I was thinking, I'm like, it's definitely a real possibility that, he's touching 7 figures. And that's, I can't even, that's crazy. I can't even fathom,
we really gonna be talking about we probably next year more so all right, who's the highest paid quarterback in the SEC, in the Big 12, in the Big 10, and that's gonna be. I mean, it's got to be a part of the recruiting process. It's not like all the top players probably want to go to Bama anyway, but now if you're knowing shit, they corners they make it $3 million a year over there, You go to that school, they making $650.
But that's a whole. That's a whole, like you said, as far as recruiting, it's
crazy.
So basically, they sit and they come to see your living room and they tell your mom and dad, our highest paid player last year got $3.5 million. You know what I'm saying? The talks is just, it's gonna be different. It's definitely a different landscape, a different dynamic for the young guys, and even. Looking at the I think it was Oklahoma and the University of Texas was reached out to the SEC.
They probably trying to get ahead of that trade. You know what? We ain't even gonna be able to compete if we not in the SEC.
Exactly, man. So it's it's a big money move, man, and it's gonna be the Wild West,
especially with COVID, man. Because you got to now if you're in those positions. If you're running school or you're running these conferences or you're running organizations, teams, whatever, leagues, you got to think about the potential of another shutdown, another COVID affected season. So last year, SEC, they just had to play all SEC games. So if you're over there, Oklahoma, or you were Texas, who have huge followings themselves, and those are crazy football towns too. And now you get in that SEC where that's a whole different ball game. So it's going to be interesting how not only it affects the players, but it starts to affect these universities, coaches. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be nuts.
And another one of them things, I think, Nakiba, she just mentioned it as far as at the end of the day, the players are the product, right? So these companies, the companies are coming for the talent. They come for the talent. These guys that's able to put that product out there on the field and produce. So again, Nakiba, that's a real statement. Like the players are a product. Yeah, great point.
I mean, and honestly, I think most players know that. Most players get that, especially on that big time college level, because you see the commercials, you see how your coach living. When your coach say, "Hey, come up to my crib for the barbecue for the during the summertime or something," it's like, okay, damn, like I'm out here doing these 2 days, these workouts. They talking about me in class, but you living like this, so you're the product. But now you have a chance to get a piece of that pie. And I think, it's always important to keep the main thing, obviously. But we talked about on the show before, like for some guys, this is going to be your best opportunity to make some money.
To make some big money.
Off your name, off your likeness.
Yeah.
And then you may, after college, go into business, which it may help you there too as well. So it's a lot of, hopefully it'll be a lot of nuance going into these deals and families and kids. Get some guidance, but it's gonna be some people who get taken advantage of.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
just wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, it is, man. And it's gonna be. You see companies just coming out of nowhere, trying to represent the college players, and I just hope that it is a reputable company that either forms or that's out there already as far as agencies that take some of these young guys and young women under their umbrella, man, and really guide them in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you said, it's definitely gonna get wild.
Yeah, and I know I was talking about it on Pat's show when this thing first dropped, and one of the things that he kept saying was like, man, these schools are gonna find a way just to be. And like kind of what we talked about at the beginning of this Bama thing, like if we traced it back, and not saying that this is the case, I don't know, I haven't looked into it at all, but that was just my first thought when I hear, okay, Alabama quarterback approaching $1 million. It's like my first thought is, damn, that's probably them same boosters, those same donors. That's just somehow, some way through other businesses maybe funneling this money to make sure that they keep getting the top players. So it makes sense.
Before it was, hey, we need this big time player. We need 250,000. Can you put that in a duffel bag and we're gonna drop it on the front step? Now, or it was you have a good game, hey, you get the little shake, or you might, I don't know how it go in the big schools, what I mean? How we ain't had that opportunity, but now it's a legal way, and a stand up way where they can do that now. So.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Wild West.
Man, yeah.
I'm happy they're getting a piece, though.
No, for sure.
I'm happy they're getting a piece, for sure.
But you touched on it. Speaking on college coaches, Coach Prime, Coach Dion, walked out on an interview when one of the reporters called him Dion, and he went off and said, "You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Dion." And the reporter name was Nick Suss from the Clarion Ledger. How did you feel about that? Do you think that could have been handled better, differently? You think Dion was, right in his approach?
I mean, when my first thought of it, obviously just being a player, it's just people that I've called coach. I kind of always call them coach. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just a natural thing. But I know these people, these are reporters. These are, they got their own job. They don't have a coach, but they're covering coaches, and they may have different relationships with different coaches. We see the media, and some people may call Coach Chuck. Some people may call him Coach Pagano. But I just felt like, and I felt differently after seeing the video. So my first thought was, I'm sure some people call Coach by their first name. Some people call him Coach. It's just kind of whatever. But then when I saw the video and I saw that Dion told him, he said what he said, and then the dude was kind of like, yeah, all right, Dion, like, all right, like how that went, it went exactly how I'd expected to go. You know what I mean? Like, so After seeing that video, I felt completely different about it. But regardless, I was gonna stay on code. That's Deion Sanders. That's that's the head coach of Jackson State University football. Like, call him Coach Prime. He told him when you got hired, y'all call me Coach Prime going forward. So it was funny, man. It was funny, but I'm 100% on Deion's side with that. Coach Prime side with that.
So now, he set the tone. When you approach him, like, yo, it's Coach Prime or Coach Deion. So sometimes you gotta set the tone.
Be like that sometimes.
It be like that. You gotta set the tone. Hey, yo, don't call me Deion. And like you said, like he told him, like, hey, don't call me Deion. And then my man was like, all right, Deion.
like come on, bro.
That was like a smack in the face, like whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So fuck out I get that this question.
Because that situation when he said, like, don't call me Deion, reporter could have been like, all right, my fault, I apologize, Coach Deion, and ask the questions, Coach, and then the interview could have went on. But then when he said, basically, he was like, yeah, what the fuck up, yo, like, Deion, like, answer my questions. So I definitely, he had to make his point.
And I've seen a lot of people, I follow a lot of people that are in the media, maybe foreign players, people who just been strictly in the media on that side of it. And you can definitely see the difference of reaction there too, because a lot of people that have been in the media and covered coaches or players for a living are like, man, we don't need to call you coach. Like, that was petty. That was this. That was that. And from their standpoint, I guess I can understand it to an extent. But once somebody tells you what they would like you to refer to them as, either you just don't have that conversation, or, I done had kids tell me, or teenagers, I may call somebody Mike if I know the name Michael, and they're like, hey, don't call me Mike, call me Michael, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So if somebody went Patrick, I think that happened with Mahomes. It's just some people just call me by this name, and if in that setting, if I don't know you like that, call me Coach Sanders. Maybe if somebody else came up here, somebody I played with, now they're in the meeting, and they say, hey, Deion, like, that may be cool. But once somebody tell you what to refer to them as, like, I feel like it's on you to either do that or just, we just not gonna have this conversation, and that's what we're Deion said.
And you gotta respect that. And I think a lot of times people get it twisted in the work setting, right? Like, we at work right now. So again, like, if I ask, I feel that's at any work setting where, like, if you at work and somebody's calling you DB, you like, nah, yo, I'm in my work setting, yo. My name is Darius. Like, call me Darius while I'm at work, and they continue to call you DB. Like, you definitely have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
I feel like it was kind of, maybe a little. You got to set the tone sometimes too, like you said, man.
Yeah.
But
set the tone. I ain't never mad at setting the tone.
You got to set the tone. It's just, you learn that as a football player, especially like when you come out, first play, first series, whatever, maybe first series of the second half, like, hey, we got to go out here and set the tone. Like, the first time somebody come across that middle, penalty or not, they got to feel it. You know what I mean? And that it's the same way in life. You got to set the tone with people. You got to set the tone with a group of people sometimes. And that just is what it is. Like it or love it. I think I've seen Saban do that to somebody. And then some people say, oh, you're not Coach Saban. You're not Coach Saban got 50-plus picks.
Hey,
Coach Saban ain't prime time to me.
Hey, Coach Saban ain't play a game of football, then get on the bird and go.
The PJ and go.
PJ, like, nah, prime different.
But yeah, that was interesting to see that play out and how it played out in the media. Speaking of Deion, obviously a Hall of Famer. I'm sure you saw the Hall of Fame one of the limited speeches to 6 minutes. Now, you got any problem with that?
6 minutes is. Now, I do think it should be a time limit, because I watch some of these speeches and I be like, all right, now it's time for y'all to get up out of here. But I understand it's their time, right?
That's your moment, man. That's
their moment.
That's a life's work.
Nah, for sure. And it's only a selected few that's able to wear that gold jacket. So I get it. You know what I mean? I get it's your time, it's your moment. You want to recognize all the people that helped you coming along the way, tell your stories. But again, I am with the time limit. I don't know if 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if 6 minutes is that time. Maybe 10. but it'd be some speeches up there. I'm like, come on, that's only at some point it'd be only 10 people in the crowd. Like it'd be 10 people in the crowd, but
you think 6 minutes? I think 6 minutes may be a little short.
Yeah, that's what I say. I think 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes will be good. Yeah, so now if you're not a big talker, sure, you go in there 5 minutes, you get in and out, cool. Now if you are a little long-winded, sure, like 10 minutes, I think you can kind of get most of what you want to say in that.
We got going in this year. We got Champ, Seawood.
Nah,
it's not this one. Oh, that's not Champ.
Not Champ, man. You already went in, but we got.
I'm tripping. Megatron,
John Lynch.
You
got Manning, Peyton Manning.
Seawood not going in this class?
Seawood, yeah, Seawood.
Okay.
Yep, Seawood. But then you got the from the year prior since we was in COVID. So then you got Edge. You got
Oh yeah, I did see the Edge mobile.
Yeah, you got Edge. I think you got I think Palomalu, Troy going in.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, so
this may be the greatest class ever. Get your memorabilia.
I'm excited, man. I got an invite to go out there, man. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be
fun, man.
Special, man.
Nah, for sure. I know I'm gonna get some goosebumps out there.
Ooh. Yeah, we got Faneca, Alan Faneca. We got it's gonna be dope, man. That's gonna be dope. Yeah. Who's in the game this year? Who got the Hall of Fame game?
Is it Pittsburgh?
The Hall of Fame game is the worst thing to have as an active player.
I had 2 of those.
I probably had one of the only ones that was canceled.
Yeah,
we were supposed to play Green Bay in the Hall of Fame game, but it got the field was shitty.
Shitty. That's what I was thinking. I think
Fill out and Kent got messed up. I think it was raining. It was just a lot of shit going on. That was wild though, because we was in the locker room.
I know y'all happy, boy.
Yeah, because you don't want to play them extra games. That's 5 preseason games. Like I said, you already in training camp early, but we're there. We ready to get into the game, and a lot of people weren't playing. But it got to a point they're like, all right, so we only gonna be playing these players. Like we only about to play because the situation is so bad out there that we basically can't risk players again. So all right, we go. So I'm like, yo, this is some fun.
So if you one of them players, they pick the play. How you feeling,
bruh?
They don't care about me.
On one hand, you definitely feel like that, and on the other hand, it's like shit.
It's an opportunity.
It's opportunity. It's still an opportunity. People gonna be watching. I'm gonna be lined up across somebody. If I gotta go out there, but like from I don't know. I was obviously older at the time, and like from that standpoint, it's like this fucked up. But you just putting all them boys at risk.
Right.
And ultimately, they made the right decision by not having the game. But it was definitely get to that. You start hearing coaches have certain. All right, you gonna be down. Y'all down. Yeah, everybody over here down.
So you about that? 11 people on defense, 11 people on offense, and y'all got to get the special teams right.
Boy, I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have lined a corner up at receiver at some point in the game. I wouldn't have been surprised. It was gonna be some bullshit, but they called it off. But I think that might have been my only Hall of Fame game. But as a player.
Yeah, I had 2, one in Indy, and then I had one in AZ, but we didn't play. I didn't play in the game in AZ, but yeah.
Okay.
Them Jones for the birds.
Big facts. But let's get to some of these players, man. Getting to this bag. We always love that. Did you was Fred one out there when you were there?
Nah, he was. I was gone when he got out there. Yeah.
Okay. Then Darius Leonard, he got drafted the year after I was gone from the Colts.
5-year, $95 million.
For Fred Warner becoming the highest paid linebacker in the NFL. A great player. Every time I watch his film, he flashes on film,
making plays.
Yeah,
them Cali taxes though. That's one thing I don't miss.
Woo, he out there in the Bay.
In the Bay, 52%, baby.
It's definitely different out there than Indiana. But shout out to these boys, man. Top 2, I would say probably top 5 linebackers in the game right now. Different styles, but both make huge impacts on the game, and guys you definitely don't mind paying early and building that team and culture around them. So definitely looking forward to D. Leonard, the Maniac, getting his bag as well. Well deserved.
For sure.
HBCU grad.
Yeah, South Carolina State.
Yeah, came out the gate as an All-Pro. I think he went back-to-back, first team All-Pro and then second team All-Pro, I believe. So
doing big things, man. Lakeview, South Carolina. Shout out
to Maniac, man. What else we got, huh? This Cam, we haven't talked about this Cam Akers injury.
Nah, we haven't, man. That's a huge loss, man. Another one of Matthew. Oh, not another one, but one of Matthew Stafford weapons gone. I thought he was gonna have a great year this year. And it's just unfortunate, man. To have an injury like this before the season.
The unfortunate part of the game, and it's always in these training camps. You see, a couple injuries always happen before the season. Where it's like, damn. People, and obviously you feel the worst for that player as an individual. And then obviously as fans, wanting to see these guys play and flourish. And the Rams, a lot of people got high expectations for the Rams out there with Stafford.
I mean,
you got a favorite in that division yet? You think they even with losing Cam, they got a chance to win the division?
I think they do. The defense is always going to come to play. And I just think they felt as though they needed an upgrade at the position that they got to upgrade at quarterback. You know what I mean? Obviously, Cam Akers is going to be a big loss, but I think they have a shot. I think that, that division is always tough where, you got Arizona. They had some huge pickups this offseason. You got the 49ers, with getting back healthy. I think it's going to play big dividends for them. And then obviously Seattle always playing well. So it's crazy in that division. In that division, you can flip a coin and
I was from 1 to 4, damn near.
Exactly. Anybody could win the division. So they definitely have a chance.
Yeah, that's probably the toughest division to pick a winner in because who knows what Arizona gonna be this year? With the additions that they made, both sides of the ball, another year for Kyler Murray in that system, they can make a leap. You got the Rams and Stafford. Stafford and McVay. How is that going to look? Obviously, you lost Cam, but on the other side of that ball, you got Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. You got ball players still there. Can't never count out Seattle.
That's what I'm saying.
But Russ, Bobby Wag still there.
So that division tough, man. For the past
Niners,
the past few years, I would say that might be the toughest division in football.
Yeah.
Like from top to bottom.
For sure.
From top to bottom, that might be the toughest division in football.
Easily. Because the Niners, they were they couple years out of the Super Bowl, couple years removed from the Super Bowl. And now they got Trent Williams there. Who knows who Trey Lance is going to be this year, but you still have Jimmy G, who was that quarterback that led into the Super Bowl. Shanahan, Kittle back healthy. Fred Warner, Bosa coming back healthy. You would assume. Yeah.
So you don't know. It's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be very, very exciting.
It's a good question, Dave K.
Best quarterback in the NFC West.
Going Russ. I'm going Russ. But like I said, either
you said that quick.
I'm going Russ. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna stand on that.
You said that quick.
Yeah, I'm staying on that. I think that's an easy answer.
I don't think
got Rams. It's Jimmy G.
I don't think it's as easy as you think. That Matt Stafford, bro.
No. Matt Stafford is the
Matt Stafford. Yeah, I would say
nah.
Why?
I would never hesitate to choose between Russell Wilson and Matt Stafford.
Why?
Bro, you just said I couldn't argue Greek Freak being the best player in the NBA, and there's the argument to make Matt Stafford a better quarterback than Russell Wilson.
I just asked you why, bro. Like, why you getting like? Bro, I just asked you why.
I feel like that's disrespectful to Dangerous. Mr. Unlimited. That's disrespectful.
How did disrespectful? Because I'm asking you.
Russ came in the league.
Why did you say Russ so quick? That's all I said.
I mean, why can't he's clearly a better quarterback than me. He's more accurate. And people would probably think it's closer when it comes to clutch, but I don't think it's close when it comes to clutch. Matt Stafford's been in a lot of games where he's been losing, so he's going to have a lot more opportunities to have fourth quarter comeback drives and things like that. So you can't just pull up those stats. But it's an easy pick for me between Russell Wilson and Matt Stafford for me. Not talent wise. If you just look at talent, quarterback talent, arm talent, that shit, okay, it's a toss up. But actually playing the quarterback position, like which guy would I want leading out there? It would be Russell. I think that's an easy answer for me.
I don't know, man.
So why? So you got why is it that? Why would you think Stafford could be a better quarterback than Russell Wilson?
So you said as far as talent-wise, like arm strength and things of that nature, it could be a toss-up, right? And you said playing the quarterback position.
I would say Stafford would be the more talented quarterback.
Okay, cool. All right, bet. So from there, you say, okay, but playing the quarterback position in the games, you can go with Russ, right? Easily. So all right. So I can see why you would say that, right? Just with the success that he's had in Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I will go and look at the two tails of the tape, right? What he's had, don't get me wrong, Stafford had a Hall of Fame wide receiver, but outside of that, just tell me what he's had around him, right? Whereas if you go over to Seattle, you look at their offensive line that they've had, you look at their backs in the backfield that they had, Marshawn Lynch and things of that nature. So in those type of dynamics, I feel as though, not saying the quarterback position is easy, but he had a lot more help around him to be successful so he could play the position at the highest level. Whereas Matt Stafford,
I agree with that 1,000%.
Where Matt Stafford didn't have that. So when you talk about playing the position, you need that. You need those pieces around you so you can play the position at the highest level. That's the only reason why I say I wouldn't say Russell Wilson that quick. Now you said it. I can't argue that because Russell Wilson is who Russell Wilson is. He's a great quarterback. I was just saying, like, why did you say Russell Wilson's so quick? Like Stafford.
Yeah, not. I mean, like you said, all those are valid points that he hasn't had the best. The Lions organization has, a lot of it is been very, hasn't been on point. And then you look at Seattle, and they have had one of the best front offices. They had a great defense that Russell was, put in the lineup and play with. So a lot of things definitely went his way, but it wasn't like, Russ had, he just had all of the best weapons around him either. Like he definitely did more with what was around him than even Stafford did, in my opinion. And I feel like, Russ takes care of the ball better. Russ makes more plays, with his legs, outside the pocket. Like it's just in big. Russ has been in big moments and performing these big moments. And like obviously Stafford's not going to be in as many big moments because of his surroundings. But I mean, if you looked at their weapons and things, I wouldn't say it was that big of a difference. But
it was
organization, everything like that. I can see why Stafford's in a much better situation now. So could Stafford be the better quarterback this year? Absolutely. But if I had to pick one guy going into this year, I got to go with Russ.
Okay, all right. All I asked was why. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you was like, damn, that was kind of fast. Like,
yeah, that's all I was saying. That was quick. That was a real quick say. But we will see. Like you said, it's a lot of expectations for
he did
for the Rams.
He did play. Russ don't have not one top.
Yep. I just said, I said Stafford played with Megatron, but damn, like you see the clip where it was punt return on Megatron out there, 2 cats out there. You posted that. So
hey, facts. It was different.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, you know,
you can have these type of conversations all day.
All day. But I mean,
all day.
But that should be overwhelmingly. If we had a poll, I feel like that'll probably be 70-30. I will hope so. So. We did a man-to-man poll, guys. Don't embarrass me, man.
That if and what would the question be?
Who's the best quarterback? Who's the better quarterback out of Matt Stafford and Russell Wilson? Just simple as that. We gotta go NFC West and none of that. Who's the better quarterback out of those two?
I mean, we can make a poll. And I don't think it would be wrong either way. Again, I just asked why you say it so quick. You said it was overwhelming.
I think that's it. But I could be wrong. I mean, I'm sure
you've been wrong a lot lately. So
you played against both of them, right?
Yeah, I played against both of them, and that's what I was saying. Like Russ, he gives you different attributes, right? Where he can prolong the plays. He has a good deep ball. Again, like somebody said in the chat, a lot of times he had his run game's been great. So he's gonna be playing with 8 in the box, and whatever the case may be. And Matt Stafford is a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I'm not gonna say
he can make all the throws, and I just feel as though
he's a damn good quarterback. I think.
Yeah. So that's.
But I mean, Russ is great though. Like Russell Wilson will go down as a great NFL quarterback. Like he's already won a Super Bowl. He's already been to 2. He's if you look at his passer rating over his career, he's probably I think top 5 all time. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's respected around, as a great quarterback. I don't think he is the same case for Matt Stafford. And victim of circumstance, 1,000% to an extent, but that's just my opinion. Stafford is like Rodgers. Oh, about that, I agree with that. Damn, it's a lot of Staffords in here, so shit, I may be wrong. I say Stafford because I feel like he's played on less talented teams. I'm excited to see him in McVay's offense, and I'm glad he's out of the NFC North. If Stafford wins the Super Bowl this year, is this convo different from Tone and Jim's?
I mean, you say,
It's a good question.
I think the narrative will change on Matt Stafford if he wins the Super Bowl.
If he wins the Super Bowl,
if he wins, the narrative will definitely change. Because now it's he passed. You say he passed the stats. His stats are padded just because he's been down a lot late in the game. So you got to pass the ball. So the passing yards are up there. If he wins the Super Bowl, the narrative will change around Matt Stafford for sure.
In a grand way. And all this, I mean, I'm excited to see him. We talked about it very early on when he got signed. Like he's one of the quarterbacks that I definitely feel like he got a lot to prove.
He does.
He's in a good situation. Everybody knows he's a good quarterback, but now it's like, okay, how good is he truly? Was Detroit really holding him back this much, and we missed an all-time great career? Which kind of like, I don't know. We'll see.
So I don't know if you've seen the comments. My young boy Jimmy Ward out there in San Fran. He said.
Look, we gotta ask Maul. We gotta ask Maul this question. We gotta ask Maul this question.
Hey, so
cook meter.
Hey, he said Matt Stafford is who Matt Stafford is. He was like, he's gonna be who he gonna be. Like Jimmy was going crazy. He said, man,
Jared Goff had him in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl, right? So, do you think that was a valid?
That's why for me, because you gotta think. We talk about the defense and all these things in Seattle, which is true, but who were the Seattle? Nah, they had some good years.
Doug Baldwin, you had Marshawn.
No. But I'm saying like Seattle Seahawks as a franchise leading up to Russell Wilson being there. They were good when Hasselbeck was there. I feel like Russell Wilson took them to another level. And then they sustained on that level. And it wasn't but they didn't hit on a bunch of first round picks either. Like they
not only Russell Wilson though.
No, hell no. Beast mode. The Legion boom, obviously.
I feel because if you think about when they was clicking, right? What do you think of first when you think of Seattle, right? I don't think it's Russell Wilson.
Like all time?
No, I'm just talking about when you.
Oh, when they were you thought about Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom, you thought about Marshawn Lynch, and then you thought about Russell Wilson.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Well, when I was in the division with San Fran, it was this defense they got to worry about. We definitely got to stop this run game with Marshawn Lynch. That's the first things first. And then it was
agreed.
But then it was Russell. So so I'm thinking.
I feel like early on, but after that first Super Bowl, I feel like you gotta have a quarterback to have a real chance. And like Russell and Andrew Luck came in at the same time, right? And most people would say, Andrew Luck was the better quarterback and things like that. But Russell Wilson, like he was winning. I don't know, man. If you come in the same year, Russell Wilson, who came in, Kirk Cousins, Andrew Luck,
coming out of college, Andrew Luck was undeniably the better quarterback.
Agreed. And he had a better career individually. But when you look at the quarterbacks, it'll be like if you look at. I feel like Aaron Rodgers has had a better career individually than Tom Brady. But Tom Brady was winning those games, and he was playing more bigger games and bigger moments younger in his career.
Rewind. You said what?
Individually, like I'm talking about aside from the Super Bowls and shit like that. I'm talking about, like you look at arm talent and stats and all that shit. Touchdown, interception ratio and all that. Like you talk like that type of comparison. Accolades and team accomplishments.
Accolades is like I got rings. I'm like shit like this. Like
that's big, huge. I mean, Tom's the greatest player all the time. I'm not saying that at all, but when we talk about we had the conversation in the show. We brought up however many touchdowns Aaron Rodgers had to compare to his interceptions. It's like man, like that's
impressive.
Shit, but
yeah. Hey, this is like I said, this is a good debate. We could talk about this all day.
But Russell Wilson is the best quarterback.
Tone, we need that man-to-man pod. We want to see the numbers. We want to see the numbers. What the people think.
I got faith in y'all, man.
What the people think.
I got faith in y'all. Hold on, I'll be right back.
You gotta take the potty. You made it to 45 minutes a day. What's good, y'all? Boy, D-Buck been tripping, man, these last couple weeks, past 2 weeks, man. I gotta check on my man. So what y'all got going, man? Who I know we talked about it. I think it was Monday. Who's y'all sleeper this year in the league? Y'all put in the chat. Who's y'all sleeper team? Who's gonna overachieve? Who's gonna underachieve? Stafford, Dak, or Russ? If I had to, Nicholas Riley Popovich, Stafford, Dak, or Russ?
Russ, Dak, Stafford.
That boy doing Russ, Dak, Stafford. Ooh, you got to give me a just a quarterback.
Nah, that's tough. Russ, Dak, Stafford.
Tough. Russ, Stafford, Russ, Dak. I mean, that's tough.
That's what I'm saying. Like these, like Dak. Even see Dak wouldn't be on the same level. As far as Dak would be closer to Stafford. Like Dak hasn't gotten them. He haven't taken them to that next level. He hasn't closed the deal. He hasn't sealed the deal. So I would go Russ, Stafford, Dak right now.
Okay. Rich Dizzy, what do you do? Maybe what do you think about the idea that the Saints may experiment with Taysom first and then move to Jameis if it doesn't work? I hate the idea. But we know it's they paid the man. So at when they paid him, they had a reason not to have him out there starting. You had a future first ballot Hall of Famer under the center and Drew Brees. So now they have an argument where they paying him all this money, like they gotta try him first. Where, my opinion, it's no question. You start Jameis and you use Taysom Hill. How you been using him?
Agreed, 1,000%.
So that's my opinion on that. But who the hell am I?
I bet they would have loved to have some 4 OTAs this year to help them figure that out, because now you gotta once you go into training camp, I'm not a fan of QB battle at all in training camp. I don't think they're good for the team. They're not good for the coaches.
Not good for the receivers, the O-line, because you gotta think the O-line get used to a certain type of cadence. You know what I'm saying? The cadence, and then the receivers, you got to get used to how the ball is coming out. Just timing. So I'm with you. Like I'm not with
not a fan of it at all.
The quarterback competition during training camp. Like name a quarterback, we're gonna rock with it. And if it's not working, we're gonna switch him out. But
if you're a Saints teammate, you're in that locker room right now. Like who do you want to go out there as QB1 to open training camp?
Jameis.
Okay, I'm with you.
Jameis.
I'm with you.
And
why? Why? Yeah, I was about to say just why. What's your reasoning?
I just think as far as quarterback abilities, we have a better chance of winning as far as throughout the season with Jameis Winston. Now, don't get me wrong, Taysom Hill, he might be able to win us a game or two, but just the way the defensive coordinators are built nowadays, I just feel as though they're going to come up with schemes that's going to limit Taysom Hill. Whereas Jameis, you can have a quarterback that's going to sit in the pocket like Drew Brees, and he can drop bombs on you. You know what I'm saying? So
we've seen him do it.
We've seen him do it. And with him getting that LASIK now, he not out there seeing ghosts anymore. Sure, he gonna throw it to the right team. So
hey, that's big. That's a big thing.
That's huge. And again, like I said, no knock on Taysom, because I think he's still a very important part to their team and to their offense. I think he come out there and do some things like he did last year. But I'm going with Jameis, man.
That's exactly where his ass need to be, doing some things.
Yeah, I'm going with Jameis QB1.
QB1, and I'm 100% with you. And first and foremost, we've seen him do it. We've seen him do it not only on. I don't even know what Taysom Hill's college career was like, but I know Jameis was on the front page, undefeated, national champion, two-sport athlete, first overall pick. Then once he got into the league, we've seen him produce. Now, we've obviously seen the bad side of Jameis as well. But if you think about all the quarterbacks that we've seen, and you think about their good and bad, basically their peaks and valleys, like Jameis's peaks and his most impressive, okay, he's had some games or a drive where he's putting up points. Like we've seen him do that. And now he's set with Breeze. He's with Coach Payton. He's got a better surrounding, maybe better, maybe not, based off what Tom Brady did with that roster that surrounded last year. For sure. So I take that back as far as the surrounding, but sitting behind Breeze, I think will do huge wonders for him, along with the LASIK. and you got to give him, I think, a real chance out the gate. And for Taysom, it'll be like damn near like a rookie quarterback starting in the NFL with us knowing what his skill set is. Like, so as a teammate of mine, like I'm going from Drew Brees. I'd rather go from Drew Brees to Jameis than from Drew Brees to Taysom. But they paid him that money, so he's gonna probably get a shot. I hope,
That's the business. That's where the business part come in at.
Yeah.
You know? So we'll see.
That's the business part, man.
I got a question for you, D Buck.
Based on what he put on film, the question is, does Darnold stink? And I'm not going. He stunk. He stunk in New York. He stunk to start his career. His surroundings weren't great. He didn't make them better. Does he have talent? Absolutely. Most people in the league have talent. But he's got a better surrounding, better situation talent-wise in Carolina. And they seem to be building something down there. So he's going to have a better chance, a clean plate, fresh start. So I'm not going to say he stinks as a player. He's definitely got the potential, but, he's got to stop those bad bonehead turnovers. He damn sure got to stop seeing goals. Too much bad darn on that tape. But he got a fresh start, man. So I'm definitely not going to put that on him going into this year, man. So I'm going to say Sam Darnold does not stink. Let's say he don't stink. He said so. Yes, nah, he does not stink. But I saw another question. Damn, you got some cool questions today. Why are all the ESPN analysts talking about Herbert like he's a top 5 to 10 quarterback? I'm still taking Joey Burrow. Now,
keep that question up.
All right, go ahead. You got an answer for him? Because I've been on this joke, this Herbert hype train early.
So I think the reason why they're talking that, I think they're talking maybe potential. And obviously what he did last year, coming in earlier than expected. Obviously what happened with Tyrod and doing what he did. Top 5, I probably won't give him top 5 quarterback right now. No, I know I wouldn't give him top 5 quarterback right now. 10, maybe, but he's a young gunner. He definitely has some talent. You got him in top 5?
No, I'm just thinking. Go ahead, bro. Finish. I don't want to cut you off. Bro.
Yeah. So I think that's why the ESPN analysts are talking about it. But then again, you got a lot of different situations where, they got to talk about who people say they got to talk about too. So
they got to talk about something. And, they usually, a few weeks, few months late, after the pod and shit. But no shade. But anyway, Justin Herbert is a special talent. Special talent. And just like what AB talked about with Stafford, it's the opposite of that for him in LA, because he's surrounded by a very good group of weapons. Start with Keenan Allen. You got Mike Williams out there. You got Eckler who can do things, out of the backfield. And they improved that offensive line so much for him to have a rookie year that he had. We were just talking about a quarterback competition going into the season, how that's not good for the quarterbacks, not good for offense, coaches, et cetera, et cetera. He went in there with no training camp. Like, this wasn't like, hey, Herbert, this is your team this year. So for him to go in the way he did and perform the way he did, and then for the improvements they made up front, his surrounding cast, you can only see that arrow going up. And he just watching his film, man, that should look good. I'm not putting him top 5 going into the season, but I would not be shocked at all if by week 8 everybody's in the consensus like, hey, this is a top 5. Kind of how we saw with Josh Allen. Like, Josh Allen was a consensus top 5 quarterback last year. I can easily see that being the next step for Justin Herbert. But, he's got a rookie head coach. It's a whole another year. Different years bring different challenges. They did make the improvements. They look better on papers, but you got to go out there and do it. But I would bet on them. I would bet on them. For sure. I had a top 8 last year, by the way.
This was interesting from Tony and them. Speaking of ESPN, how do you feel about Maria Taylor leaving ESPN? Man, it's a lot of stuff going on. Excuse me, at ESPN. Obviously they come to like a contract agreement. So I know she'll go off and do some big things, but it's a lot of stuff going on at ESPN, man, that they need to get situated, man. A lot of
shit. Obviously, the Rachel Nichols situation came out when she was caught on tape saying the bullshit that she was saying about Maria's, advancement, and Maria was doing a lot for ESPN at a high level. College football game day, which is like huge in the college football space, and then she was literally just covering the NBA finals and doing a lot of things covering the NBA as well. And very talented, very engaging, very good on camera, very knowledgeable of the game. And contract negotiations come up, and it's the business side of it. And I'm sure they probably couldn't agree on the number, or maybe not giving her what she feel like she's worth. Especially with the extra bullshit that's been going on, like shit. We need to ask. It got to be something.
If I got to come to work and deal with this, y'all definitely gonna pay. Y'all definitely gonna pay for that. So
you gotta, So
we wish her the best, though. We wish her the best. We definitely gonna see her.
I'm happy for her, man. And then we saw Kenny Mayne leave ESPN because they couldn't. And he was kind of a staple, but you never know what's going on behind the scenes as far as their business and trying to probably trim some fat. And media is changing. Like a lot of these bigger networks are kind of feeling that squeeze and feeling that shift. So they got to, it's a part of business. And she's a very talented person who's going to land on her feet. Probably get that bag with NBC Sports. But it's going to be dope. And Tone just put the report said she wanted $9 million. Hey, I like it. That's what she feels like she's worth.
She deserves,
I'm sure her agent have done their due diligence.
I'm pretty sure they scanned it up, surveying the lay of the land. Like, look, this is what she deserves. So, hey, we'll see.
Yeah. It's like when the Cowboys was putting out that Dak wanted $45 million and this and that a couple years ago. I remember that. I said, that's damn right. He should want that been the face of the Cowboys. And he got us 40 in a year, but know your worth, man. It didn't add some tax.
At all times.
Oh man, what else we got, man?
Time is it? 12 o'clock on the dot.
12 on the dot. But all right. So Nick, we're gonna look into that. Nick said he hasn't been getting the live notifications. He hasn't been getting them recently, so we definitely gonna look into that.
Yeah.
But appreciate y'all, man.
As always.
NFL season right around the corner. I'm excited about it. Should be a fun one. A lot of engagement, a lot of fun this year.
Yes, sir. Again, man, we appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. The Man Pod, man, Antoine Bethea, co-host D Butt.
Yes, sir. We out.
Peace.
Tap into Jim Rome today. Jim Rome at 140.
Jim Rome, y'all check
friend of the show.
Check him out.
For sure, man.
Y'all be safe this weekend.
Yeah, out of here.